Hello and welcome to the latest Lukozer retro game review video. And for this one we have the most shameless, blatant cash-in in gaming history. Wrath of the Demon is a game from Readysoft. This came out in either 1990 or 91, I believe. And if you are thinking that this music sounds very similar to the music of Shadow of the Beast, well, believe me, that's not where the similarities end. Now, at the moment the game is loading the intro sequence. We'll show you the intro as it's not bad, and then we will get into the actual game review itself. And it does seem to take a while to load. And when I say it takes a while to load, I fucking mean it. Jesus Christ, hurry up. Here we go. And there you go. Well, it seemed better the first time around. It seems to have aged about as well as a P.G. Wodehouse novel. So, anyway, that's the intro sequence. So, the actual storyline is that the demon has unleashed a load of monsters all over the kingdom. And, well, you go, you get the blurb here. Legends tell of a time when fear ruled the land, a time when no man, woman or child was safe from the spread of evil, which sounds a bit like distributing this game because, this is basically Readysoft saying we wish we had done Shadow of the Beast, and so they went ahead and did it anyway, to such an extent that they brought in David Whittaker to do the music and specifically instructed him to make it as much like Shadow of the Beast as he could. So he used the exact same sample set, and just, well, you can hear. Now this hasn't fucked up, this is telling me to change disc, so give me a sec. This game comes on 5 discs, believe it or not, but it does make you change disc 1 because disc 1 just contains that introduction. So, right, now we are all set. Now the first level may make you think, well, it's not that much like Shadow of the Beast, or at least initially it may make you think that, but as soon as the gameplay actually starts, you will then be thinking, ah, yes it is. The reason it may not instantly look like it is, well, for a start, the graphic style is different. They are more sort of cartoon style rather than the, you know, Roger Dean fucking graphics everywhere like Shadow of the Beast. So here you are on horseback, which makes you think, oh, it's not quite the same. But look, I'm punching creatures that are coming towards me. And that sounds familiar. I'm supposed to pick that urn up, but not the red or pink ones. So you jump over obstacles, which again is rather familiar. Alright, grab that. That's a health potion, which I will certainly need. But I mean, look, punching these creatures that appear. Where have I seen that before? Completely fucked that up. I should have picked that urn up. Don't want that one. Over that. Now this level is actually pretty fucking difficult. But I mean, you hear that sound effect where I punch the creatures. That's not just similar to Shadow of the Beast. That is the Shadow of the Beast sound. It's been lifted straight out of the game, and it doesn't stop there. There are other sound effects which have come straight from the Shadow of the Beast game. To this day, I have no idea how Readysoft got away with this. This is a game that I did have back in the day, because I saw the adverts for it, and I don't know why I jumped there, and I thought, hey, graphically it looks great, which it does, but right, I need to use a health potion now, because one more hit and I was dead. For some reason on this level, you don't lose one lot of health, you lose 2 for every time you are hit. I was meant to pick that up, but oh well. Now I completely lost the thread of what I was saying. Oh yeah, right, yeah, I bought it because I saw the graphics, I thought that looks fucking great, and I fucked that up again. And then when I played it, yeah, the difficulty level I say is astronomical, again, just like Shadow of the Beast. You can list the Shadow of the Beast influences in this game for forever and ever are fucking men. They just go on and on and on, rather like this level goes on and on and on. I think I'm somewhat close to ending it. This is the best I've done on this level by fucking miles. Back in the day, it took me a fucking age to be able to finish this level. I think I had the game for I don't know how long, about like 3 or 4 weeks before I was finally able to get off this fucking level. Once you do, all of the subsequent levels all fall into one of 2 categories, either blatant Shadow of the Beast copy or very boring fighting sequence. And that's all they are, there is nothing else. There we go, so I finished the level. So we get to this next loading sequence, and what do we find? We find, when it finally appears, a still image with a scrolling message telling you about something that's going to happen. Where have I seen that before? Oh, it's eluding me. The one redeeming feature that this game has over Shadow of the Beast is that once you finish one level, because this game goes on for a fucking age, it's a lot longer than, it's at least 4 times longer than Shadow of the Beast. But once you get to the next level, like here, if you lose all your lives here or whatever, well, I say all your lives, lose your 1 life, you then, when you press fire, you start again at this level. So as well as fighting this fucking goblin, you've got to avoid the stuff that's being thrown at you by the other fucking goblin. I'm gonna use a health potion because I'm fucking this level up big time. Now here's the other thing, right? He's got a sword here, so why the fuck didn't he use a sword in the first level while he's on the horseback? Why didn't he fucking use it then? The other thing that you will have no doubt noticed is there is no health meter for the creature you are fighting, which I've just killed. So you have no idea how many hits you have to get before it dies. And of course, as each level goes on, because here we go to this next stage, you defeated the goblins, but your horse bolted during the fight. Your guest, which is what it says, must continue on foot. So you think that it's a bit of an exploration level now, i.e. one of the Shadow of the Beast blatant rip-off levels. But no, it's another one of these fighting levels, this time fighting something that just looks like it's come out of a Disney cartoon. As I say, the graphics are cartoon in style to a degree, but I'm not so keen on them being this much like a fucking... even Don Bluth wouldn't have put something looking like this in Dragon's Lair. And again, no sign of a health meter. There never is on any creature that you fight. So you're left wondering, well, how many times have I got to hit this fucking thing? And you never know. So I've got to be fucking careful with fighting this fucking thing. I'm gonna have to use a health potion in a second. Fuck it, I'll use it now. Now there are 3 types of potion. The first one is I think it's an invincibility potion. So if you take that, you can't be hurt for 3 seconds, which is next to fuck all. The second potion kills all creatures within an area, providing they are among the weaker creatures. They won't work against this fucking thing, for example. There we go, that's him dead. And now we get to the mysterious message. The demon has kidnapped the princess. You must hurry to his stronghold and rescue her. In case you're wondering who the princess is, she was the person who looked a bit like Arnold Schwarzenegger, who was standing next to the king at the start of the quest. Right, anyway, on to the next level. And now we get to this. You reach the entrance of a cave. Although you've heard of the danger that lies within, you have no choice but to enter. And now we really do get to blatant Shadow of the Beast copying, including the fucking difficulty level. It's still loading. There is quite a lot of disk accessing. It has to load in every level. You can save your progress. Whenever that scrolling message comes along, you can save game, so that then when you start it up next time, you can start from that point instead of right way from scratch. But I mean, look, how more blatant a copy of Shadow of the Beast can this get? You do flicker when you take hits. On the video it's probably not going to show up. But even with things like that, the fucking things appearing out of the ground and giving you no chance to avoid them. I wonder where I seen that before. And then the other thing is, here we are again. Okay, it's now loading the next part. So he's wandering around here fighting monsters, but he's punching them. Well, why the fuck is he doing? He's got a sword. Use the fucking sword. But no, he has to punch them. Oh, just like Shadow of the fucking Beast. So you have that, punching things a la Shadow of the Beast. You have all these creatures appearing from fucking nowhere, just like Shadow of the Beast. Everything about the game is just blatant Shadow of the Beast fucking rip-off. That's my last health potion, so I would say I am fucked, but I mean I have basically already shown you everything in this game. There are still loads of levels to go, but they are all the fucking same. Okay, that's given me that potion that makes me invincible for 3 seconds. This one doesn't give you fuck all, I don't think. Check out, fuck off. And the other thing that will be familiar to Shadow of the Beast players is this level layout, which is so you have this fucker at the end here. Oh. Oh, well, I'm about to die. Let's use this fucking potion. There you go, he's dead. But yeah, the layout of the level, which is travel ages in one direction to get one item, then have to go back to where you started and then carry on going ages in the opposite direction to use that item. And then, oh look, there's a death scene, or a death screen with a scrolling message there. How much more blatant could this lot have got? They couldn't. You cannot get more blatant a rip-off or, you know, whatever than this. It looks like it wants me to put fucking disc 1 back in. So this is the trouble with the game coming on 5 discs, and you only have 4 drives, so, you know, it's... right, well it's not actually even trying to access disc 1, so I don't know what the fucking hell it's doing. So let's get on with the review then, shall we? Right, well it's not disc 1 it wants. So what fucking disc does it want then? Because I've got disc 1, 2, 4, or, alright, it doesn't want disc 3 because I've got disc 3 in the drive. But it's not even trying to use the other drives. Anyway, let's get on with the review then while I'm fucking about with this bollocks. So, graphically it looks okay, you know, the cartoon style graphics are quite well done. In terms of sounds, I mean, again, it's a blatant copy of Shadow of the Beast, and you know, sound wise it's, you know, okay, the music's great, but it's not even remotely original. And in terms of gameplay, well, the gameplay is Shadow of the Beast, which is, you know, fucking, well, and it has no redeeming qualities. Why on earth would you want to be playing Shadow of the Beast after, you know, experiencing that fucking hellish thing to begin with? So according to this, every single disc I'm putting in is wrong, even though I've now tried all 5. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Oh, okay, now it's said it's okay by putting the first disc that I tried back in again. Now what the fucking hell? Right, so what does it want? Disc 3 now, does it, or is it disc 1? Insert disc 1. Why didn't it fucking show that in the first fucking place? Alright, we'll put disc 3 back in there. 3, 4, 5. We'll put disc 1 in here. I've inserted disc 1 for fuck's sake. Look. Right. And it's still saying insert disc 1. I've put this one in, there we go. Right, about fucking time. So anyway, so there is the whole, so graphically looks alright, but so much of it is, oh, shock horror, blatant rip-off of Shadow of the Beast. Audio. Everything in the audio department is a blatant rip-off of Shadow of the Beast, including the fact that they got the same bloke in to do the music. They got David Whittaker in, and as I said, specifically said to him, make it as close to Shadow of the Beast as you can. And let's face it, he did. And then if the music wasn't enough, there's also the fact that the audio contains several sound effects which are from Shadow of the Beast. They're not just similar, they are the sounds of Shadow of the Beast. Then you have the presentation, which again is identical to Shadow of the Beast. Then you have the gameplay, which, okay, not all of it is identical to Shadow of the Beast, but the parts that aren't, which is where you're just fighting one creature, is fucking boring, and is so badly done because you haven't got the faintest idea how many times you've got to hit this creature. And then on top of that, when you are in those single fighting scenes, you're using a sword. But why don't you use the sword all the way through? Why the fucking hell has he got to then punch other creatures when they come along in the Shadow of the Beast copy levels? Answer, oh, because that's what it does in Shadow of the Beast. And then, you know, the difficulty level is absolutely on Shadow of the Beast territory because it's so fucking stupidly hard and not to mention repetitive and tedious. But remember what I said, this game is 4 times as long as Shadow of the Beast. It takes you over an hour to complete it if you are playing it straight through without saving. And yet the scenes that I showed you are all of the different scenes. That horse riding scene never comes back, so it's all either blatant Shadow of the Beast copying of the the levels where you're wandering back and forth and just punching random monsters that appear out of nowhere, or it's the fighting one creature and this time he actually does use his fucking sword, but you've got no idea how many times you've got to hit the creature at all. I just cannot believe that Readysoft A, got away with releasing this, and B, had the fucking nerve to release it. It's just fucking bullshit and half. So I rate this game, I rate it 2 because although the music is a blatant Shadow of the Beast rip-off, it is still pretty good, and the graphics are reasonable, and that's it. Everything else about the game is just fucking bullshit, and without doubt the worst aspect of the game is the fact that it is the most shameless, blatant attempt to cash in on a game that I have ever seen. So that is Wrath of the Demon. It's just an outrageous fucking heap of shit, this thing. So 2 out of 10. That brings this video to an end, and we shall see you at the next one.